In this video, I'm going to show you how to take all those bits of wallpaper, turn them into gorgeous displays. Those samples from the DIY shop, turn them into something you'll love. Let's get started. To start with, you need to make all the separate little pieces for your flower. So there is a free template which you can download, but if not, if you want to go it your own way, you can just make your own petal shape. But as you'll see, there's a circular disc which is going to go at the back of the flower, and you need to cut out your petals. Now you can enlarge these, you can make them smaller, you can make them any size you like. There's just a standard size on the template, and then you'd make them bigger or smaller. And then you'll also need to cut out the parts for the centre, which I'll talk about in a little while. So all I've done here is cut out the templates. Now if you can, print them off on thin card, and then they'll be easier to draw around. I didn't here, I've just used paper, but if you use thin card, they do make a much better template. So then you're going to take your paper. Now as you saw, I've got wallpaper and I've turned it over onto the back, and then you're just going to do as many petals as you want. Now I've made them with 8, 10 or 12 petals, but there are no rules. You can make them with as many or as few petals as you like. The only word of warning, the fewer petals you've got, the harder it is to get it to glue all the way around and stay there, because obviously they're having to stretch out somewhat. So as you can see, I'm just working out the best way of getting them on to use as little wallpaper as possible. However, if you're using a paper with a pattern that you want to make sure you get a certain thing on the petal, then you're probably going to draw around your petals on the right side of your paper so that you can line them up perfectly. For example, if you've got little flowers or birds or something and you want them to radiate out from the centre of your flower. And you'll see I'm just drawing around one of those small circles. The size of that circle really doesn't matter. I've not made it very big, but you could. You could draw around a small plate if you wanted. So long as it doesn't protrude beyond the petals and you can't see it from the front, it really doesn't matter about the size of that circle. So just keep going until you've got enough petals. I think I'm doing 10 here. Yeah, we'll go for 10. And just keep going. Once you're happy you've drawn them all and they all fit and you've got what you want, it's time to just cut them all out. So at the moment, I'm just cutting out the petals and the circle for the back. I won't make you watch me cut them all out. That is quite a dull video. So just cut them all out, and then as if by magic, you will have a selection of petals and the little circle for the back. And then we're going to need the paper for the centre. So what you want is a strip of paper. Now my measurements are the width of the wallpaper, which is 22 inches, and 2 inches. So the strip is 22 inches by 2 inches, but they are no means crucial measurements. If you want your centre of your flower to protrude further, you'd make it wider. If you want it to protrude less, then you'd make it a narrower strip. If you want it to be a fatter centre, a longer strip. And if you want it to be a smaller centre, then a shorter strip. And I keep stressing throughout this video, this is about creativity and you making it how you want. And I think this is a great project for expressing your own creativity by your selection of paper, sizes, positioning of them. At the end of the video, I will show you some different combinations and things I've done with them, just to give you some ideas, but really just go and go crazy and do what you want with them. So now we've got everything. We've got the strip for the centre, the petals, and the circle for the back. So let's take that strip of paper and fold it in half. So you're going to fold it in half with your pretty paper on the outside. And just work your way across. What I do recommend is that you make it a good fold. What do I mean by that? Once you've folded it all the way along and you're happy with it, just run something along it to make sure it makes a crisp fold. So I'm going to use something called a boning tool. We call it that. Maybe it's called something else in other places, but you could use your fingernail, the back of a ruler, back of your scissors even, just something to smooth it down. So you've got that folded strip. And then take your scissors, and on the folded side, you're going to cut down the strip. So you're going to just across it. And you're just going to repeat that all the way along, just to make those little narrow strips. But make sure you don't cut all the way through, because we need to keep it together so that we can roll it later. So just work your way all the way along. Obviously, the wider the strips you make, the wider the detail will be. The narrower, the more detail there'll be on your centre. And then that will be ready to make your centre in a little while. So put that to one side and we'll do something with the petals. Now, because mine's wallpaper, you'll see that they're curling the wrong way. And that's just because the way the wallpaper was rolled. So if you've got the same problem, just roll them the other way, because we want them to naturally curl forwards to make those pretty petals. But you can see I'm just curling, I'm not folding, it's just to help it go the way I want it to. Once you're happy there, at least flat and hopefully curling a little bit, you're going to take each one and cut some off the long pointy end. Now I'm trying to put them all together to do it in one go. And you don't have to cut any off, so I'd watch the whole video through before you start cutting any bits off. I just find it makes it easier to put the petals together, and because I'm going to cut some off the centre anyway, I don't mind doing it now. And then where you've cut that end off, or you've got the long point, just nip it together and form a little fold, but only at that end. You're not running it all the way along the petal. You'll see just a nip at one end, and then I'm just letting them down. It's just going to help when we're trying to make it stay in at the centre of the flower. Could you do them all together? You wouldn't get that nice little fold in the bottom, so I do recommend doing them all separately. Then it's time to start gluing. So I'm using something called a cool melt glue gun, which is basically a hot melt glue gun but operates at a lower temperature, so you have to have different glue sticks. And you're going to take each petal in turn, apply a little glue along the widest part of the petal on the wrong side, and glue another one to it. Now if any glue pokes through, just be careful not to burn yourself. Mine isn't that hot, so I'm okay just to pull it straight off. But if it is hot, just leave it there and then pull it off when it's cooled. And you can see they've just stuck together just on the widest part, not all the way along, there's no need, just on that widest part. So again, a little bit of glue and stick the next one on. It won't surprise you to learn you're doing them all the same, and you're just going to keep working your way along. But you will see how that flower is starting to form even when you've only got 3 or 4 together. So just keep adding them on. Now what you can do, of course, is keep forming it round and deciding how many petals. You don't have to use all the petals you cut out if you decide you want to use fewer. But no, I'm keeping going. Now if you're not using hot melt glue, you're going to have to keep waiting for the glue to dry probably. Once you've got them all glued, don't try and form it into a flower, just let the glue dry. And you're going to see in a minute, even if you're using hot melt glue, it's worth being a little bit cautious. So once you've got all your petals together and you know it's going to reach round and look fabulous, a little bit of glue on that last one and join the petals up. If you do this too early, or if you do this and then flatten it down too early, you might have a problem like I'm about to show you. So at this point, just leave it all to dry. Walk away, make sure it's all set or dried, and then come back to try and turn it into a flower. Because if you do it too soon, that can happen. So because you don't want that, just give it a little bit of time. And then once you're confident it's all going to stay glued together, it's time to come back to it. Because once you've got your flower formed, you see there's a little cut there. We've now seen that I just waited for a while. You can flatten it down to make your flower. And this is where you'll see whether you've got a gap in the middle, whether the petals are pushing up against each other, what have you made in the centre. And partly that depends on how many petals you've glued. So you can see mine are a little bit close together in the middle. I want a gap. So if at this point you haven't got a gap and you want a gap, it's time to just cut a little bit more off. So just take your time and be careful by bringing all those petals together. You can see I'm not completely confident there. I mean, I could leave it like that and not have a centre, and that would be great. And in fact, later on I'm going to show you one where I didn't put a centre in, and you can see what you think. But assuming you want to put a centre in your flower, at this point you can just cut a little bit more off those petals. There's no measurement here. Just cut a little bit, put it back down flat, see if you've cut enough off. And then you can always cut a little bit more. You can never put it back on, but you can always cut a little bit more off. So you can see I've got a gap there now. Proper little hole in the middle that's going to be big enough, I think. So I'm just going to turn my attention back to that centre and make that centre. So you remember we've folded it, we've cut the little cuts into it. Now it's time to roll it. Now, as you roll it, it will try to ride up one surface over the other. So if you want to, you can glue it closed, but just a word of warning, you only want to glue it closed along that open edge. The edge with the fold, you don't want to be gluing that, or you'll end up with nothing that looks like a centre. It'll just be like a block. So if you do decide to glue it, just do it just along that edge. But as you can see, I'm just using my thumb to keep pushing it back in and making sure it all lines up perfectly. So just keep rolling and keep it nice and tight, and that'll form this lovely centre. Just keep rolling. And obviously, when you get to the end, we're going to have to glue it closed. And you can just push the edges, make sure it's all lined up perfectly, and then glue it closed. And just hold it, make sure it's glued before you let go, and that's your flower centre all ready. Oh, nearly stuck it down. So remember that circle we cut out right at the beginning? That's what we're going to glue the flower down to. So just make sure you're completely happy. Check your flower centre actually fits. And if you're happy with it all, it's time to glue. If you're not happy, maybe you need to trim a bit more. Maybe decide not to put the centre in. But just make sure you're happy before you do the next step, which is cover your circle in glue and stick the petals to it. And you have to move quite quickly when you're using the hot melt glue, and there are no second chances. But it doesn't matter if that circle isn't exactly in the centre. And then you're going to put that centre into the little hole that you've got. Now, if that doesn't stick down properly, which mine didn't, because there's not really enough glue to hold that down, you've got the chance to glue it again. But what you want is to make sure the gap's big enough for it to go into. And then also you can press the edges out so that they splay out of the centre to form a bit more detail for that centre. So as you can see, I'm just going to splodge a load more glue and glue that in. And just hold on to it, make sure it sticks down properly. It's worth just taking that time, and depending on your glue, you might be holding it for a little while. But it's worth it, because then you've got a completed flower, which you can then do with whatever you want. So here's where I've put 3 together, different sizes. They've all got centres, and I think they look lovely on that blue wall. And here's one with no centre, which I promised you. And as you can see, just as gorgeous, just a little bit different. And then I've just positioned one on its own. You really do only need one to make an impact on a wall, but the more the merrier.